Good morning, good morning. Third time's a charm, y'all. Had a little bit of trouble. You know me and technology, right? So give me just a second until I get over here. We'll see if anybody's up and at 'em on this Sunday morning. Please excuse the butterfly. It's part of a plant I have on the countertop. So, how are you all doing? Are you getting some much needed rain? We have not had rain in about 10 days. And I was really hoping it would rain today because it was supposed to. But sometimes I think the weather people are like, let's roll the dice or flip a coin. Heads it's rain, tails it's dry, you know. They've been highly inaccurate. And what I'm doing here is I harvested some zinnias and a sunflower this morning. Well, I'm not doing very good with this. That is one of the really many blessings that I think come from the garden, is to have fresh flowers to look at. Y'all, I'm no flower arranger. Look at that sunflower. I am trying not to harvest them all, so I'll have some seed for next year. But every few days I've been able to pick a bouquet, and that has been really fun. One thing I've noticed, y'all, it's nearly impossible to keep your kitchen countertops clean during harvest season, right? But I wanted to share with you, I have all of next week's videos finished and uploaded. I know, who am I, right? I have some things going on coming up. I'm taking a little craft painting class that I'll be sharing with you that I think is going to be really, really fun. It involves chickens, painting, and fall decor. Like all my loves, just saying. And not that I'm any artist, but it's kind of fun. Hello, whoever just jumped on. Leave me a comment down there so I can say hello to you personally. So I thought I would get ahead, but I wanted to share with you what is upcoming this week, give you a little sneak peek. So I made and canned a very new dish to me that is absolutely delicious. Would y'all like a sneak peek? Sure you would. Let me pop over here and grab it. Y'all, I made chow chow. It is so amazing. It is cucumbers, cabbage, onion, carrots, green beans, and a sweet pickle sauce. So it's a relish of sorts. I'm more accustomed to seeing it and using it as a side dish, but you could put it on hamburgers or hot dogs. So I did a little bit about the history of canning. That's coming up on Tuesday. Wait for it, guys. On Thursday, you all, do I ever have some fun to share on Thursday? So I'm going to be sharing with you. This stuff, y'all, is addictive and it's amazing. Well, I shouldn't say it's addictive. It is amazing. It is tomato confit. So confit is anything like sauteed in oil and its own juices. And this is amazing, spread on like a crostini or some homemade bread. It has garlic, it has fresh herbs, and all cherry tomatoes. So if you're having trouble with cherry tomato palooza, which I might be having over here, it's really great. I also canned tomatoes. Now, I made the mistake. This ring was loose, and so I tipped the jar. That's a no-no. Don't touch them for 24 hours. Broke the seal, and liquid escaped, so it's dropped down. But this is my cold process method. I share how to do that, where you don't add any water. This is 100% tomatoes. Oops, I lost my person. And no juice. So that will be Thursday's video. Saturday, we're going to talk a little bit about preparing for winter. And not in the sense of buy your scarves, mittens, and hats. Preparing your pantry for winter. And what the forecasts, based on my research, look like for some increase, I guess I'll say, in cost, like inflation, and what things you might consider stocking up now because of what's going on with our weather, with a whole bunch of things I could go into. I don't want to have the video before I have the video. And let's see. A pantry tour as well. I wanted to share with you this morning. Hello, whoever jumped on. Y'all, a couple days ago, I was like, I am totally overwhelmed, and next year there will be no garden. I kind of do that every year. But truly this year, I have chosen, and it's fitting on the Lord's Day, to say, I am so blessed, and I've been able to can so many things, and I would not trade garden and productivity and canning to have my mom back in a healthy state. But just in fact, my mom not needing me because she passed away has made a big difference in the amount of time I have to devote. So, okay, are you ready for it? This is this morning's harvest. So flowers. I harvested mint. Y'all, I cut back my mint and lemon balm, and it is totally growing back. So it's really good in tea. I don't drink cocktails, but, there's a cocktail. I forget what it's called. Mojito. Good morning, Prepper Chicken, Texas. Are you cooling down there? We've finally moderated. But y'all, it is so dry. I'm so disgusted. It was supposed to rain this morning. Passed me by. Just split and went north and south. Bye-bye, rain. It is supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. I don't believe them. Oh my goodness, it's so hot, is it? Yeah. We've been like mid to upper 80s, which is super usual for Ohio. But I talked to Miss Gay down your way in Texas a lot, and I mean, she's been over 100 degrees, and I just can't imagine. We usually have a spell of that in August here in Ohio. I don't know if we will this year. It's a very strange year as far as we had that early frost-free date, so everybody that I know that gardens, which everybody around here does, so we could plant early, but things are harvesting early. 116 heat index. Oh my, I die. I mean, it was like 80, 85, 88 yesterday, and I washed my hair and put it up wet because it takes forever for this to get dry. It's still a little wet this morning, but it keeps me cool. I can't stand even my hair down when it's in the upper 80s. It's very humid where I live too, so that plays a role as well. I harvested, let me pick this up. I harvested my 7th pumpkin, guys, and this is a pie pumpkin. It's a little green in spots, but it'll ripen up just fine. And then this is my bolo tomatoes. Now, some of them I am picking before they're fully ripe for a couple reasons. One is with the heat and the dryness, even with watering, I'm getting tomatoes splitting. I don't know if y'all have that problem. The other is if it's low-hanging fruit, the chickens pick it and eat it. Good morning, Christy. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting rain if you need it. But I harvested I didn't have a garden this year. Good thing it would have just burned up. Yeah. Miss Gay said that she's going to do a little bit of a fall garden because everything burned. Well, she's a much better gardener than I am, guys. I am by no means an expert. But here's what I can say. I always manage to produce a ton of food. A ton. So in addition to this, y'all, I have all of the jalapenos. Look at this beautiful bell pepper I grew. And maybe I can, short girl problems. I can't reach. Okay, I have a whole bunch more tomatoes. I have a whole basket. And then over here in my windowsill, I have balanced them on vases, it works really, really well. My mom's probably like looking down saying, really, my good swung vases and milk glass, and you're putting maters in it. But I can take a tomato that isn't ripe at the top like this, put it in the vase. By the next day, it's fully ripe. So anybody on here, have you tried, because I need to do a little research on it, the method of freezing the tomato for later canning so you have like a gracious plenty? Because I'm thinking about doing that. Those tomatoes look good. I mean, look at this is a purple tomato. I love it. And even it stays green at the top, greener at the top, but they do ripen up. But when you first pick them, they're usually kind of green at the top. And again, I'm trying to keep them away from my chickens. But what I would like to do, yes, I have, and it works great. Okay, Prepper Chick, do you core it before you put them in the freezer? I'm sorry to like pick you guys' brains, but yeah, I need some help here. I am going to keep, okay, here's a riper purple tomato. I am going to keep some out for fresh eating because I love tomato sandwiches. No, just freeze them. Okay. Okay, one more question, Prepper Chick, and I'm sorry I don't know your first name, and I should. I'm terrible about that. Do you just put them in like a Ziploc freezer baggie? Because I have watched like Becky from Maker Homestead, and I've also watched Jay Morrell. Judy, I can remember that. And they just like put them in there, you know, they just wherever they had a place. To me, I think it would get freezer burnt. And what I would like to do, yes, just freezer Ziploc. Perfect. My work is done here. So what I'd like to do is, as they ripen, have like a bag for, let me find one. Well, actually, this is an Amish paste tomato. How big is that? I want to do a little canning, but I need paste tomatoes to make pizza sauce. So for the 4 of you on here, if you don't mind and you're at a position where you can answer, would you enjoy a series on how to make simple homemade pizza? I left my bread machine out from yesterday because I might allow the bread machine to mix it up, but I could also do it just straight up by hand and talk about different combinations you can use. You know, pizza doesn't have to always just be red sauce, mozzarella, and pepperoni, which is like, I've never met a pizza I didn't like, but there are some really good combos, y'all, that I would like to try and share with you. And I don't mean like monopolize the channel. That would be nice. I enjoy all your videos. Thank you, Judy. That is so nice of you. Some days I'm a little better than others. I've had kind of a long morning this morning. I didn't plan to water, but I had to water. So I actually put on scented lotion thinking I didn't need to water. Yeah, that was a mistake. So I was slapping and swatting at mosquitoes because there's a lot here. Today I will be going over to my aunt's house that they're going to do an estate sale. So I'm going to help my cousins with some pricing of vintage items like mason jars. I think that would be a fun video just in general, how to date and value your mason jar. But I don't know, might be boring too. I just like vintage anything. I actually have mason jars from my dad's mother, who was born in the late 1800s. It's very old, even glass funnels, y'all. So yeah, maybe I'll do a video down the road on some vintage jars. But I also don't want them to put a quarter on a pre-1937 jar because they're worth about 20 bucks, you know. So they said, oh, can you come and help? And I was like, absolutely, I would love to help. So, you know, now that I don't have mom and being a carer, oh, a glass funnel, honey. All right, y'all, hold on. It's right here. I'll get it for us. I'll show you. Oh, don't drop and break. Don't you drop and break. Now y'all gotta ignore the dust. I need to dust this now that it's down. So this was a ball perfect. By the way the bee is made, you can actually date it. This is probably somewhere between 1913 and 1922 because it says perfect mason and the style of the ball. Blue glass, unless it's reproduction, is all pre-1937, if you didn't know that. So this lid goes to another jar. And here is my grandma's funnel, which is filthy. I'm so embarrassed. This is a lid to another jar. But I have several of the jars that she did can in that I absolutely treasure. Not for their value, but for the significance. What a prize. Yes. Yes. I also was going to share with y'all just really quick. I freeze my tomatoes whole in a grocery bag. I don't cut them at all. When I'm ready to can them, I make an X cut on the bottoms. I've seen that. Okay. Well, I want to separate mine out because I've just been, as I've gotten enough to do a canning, I've done about 9 quarts, 9.5. I just put whatever in there. And I thought, I'm kind of wasting the premise of, I have slicers, I have purples, which are very, very good. And then I have the paste tomatoes. I need to separate them out and wait because I am still loaded. Did I mention I'm loaded with tomatoes? Hi, Kim. Caught your highness, Jane, across the pond. I think Frankie's taking a nap. Or I bring Frankie on. This is usually his nap time. His favorite place to nap is in my closet. He's such a hot mess. But I just wanted to ask you all about the pizza thing. So I'll plan it like... I won't do like a whole week of pizza. That sounds really good. I've been dieting. I hate to even admit this. Hi, Betsy. And I lost 3 pounds my first week, which is really good for me because I love to eat. But one of the things that always helps me lose weight is eating vegetarian. So it's too hot for meat right now anyway. So vegetable pizzas are a good option because if you like to eat meat, you can add ham, you can add bacon, you can add sausage. I canned enchilada. Oh, hey, you know what? There's something I've never done. I've done ketchup, spaghetti sauce. I've done pizza sauce, which actually I did not use paste tomatoes, so it took forever to cook it down. But I've never done enchilada sauce. That's a really good idea. Yeah. Well, I have about, I can glaze carrots, 16 bites. That is wonderful. Y'all, I need to can up the rest of those carrots I harvested, and I have a few more in my veggie pot. All I've done is can, but I love to can, and I'm trying to maybe give you a little encouragement and just say, feel really blessed as you do these projects because the way the research that I've done is showing about an average of 10%, and I'm going to say across the board. Some things were 7%, some things were 12%, but about an average of 9-10% by the end of 2023. So I think we do need to make every bit count. Now that I've learned how to do this, and it's upcoming for those of you who just joined, this tomato confit, and that's a 1/2 gallon jar. I picked every cherry tomato, which I grew them for my son and I'm not real fond of. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so good. So that's Thursday's video. I'm gonna do more confit and top off this jar because it keeps for months because of the process and keeping it under oil. I have all the ingredients. They're fresh. I might as well use them. And I grew these orange spice, I think, so sweet. And they spread, this will spread like on bread or toast. Ask me what I have for breakfast. Y'all, I love to eat, I swear. I just need to, my diet is the pushback method, which means push back from the table and lay down that fork. So Yeah. I also have these really unique ones. It's a type of cherry tomato. I'm not sure what it's called. Part of my issue this year is I completely lost track of what, I mean, I know what a tomato plant looks like in a cucumber, but I started all those seeds and I did not keep it straight. It's pretty hard if you're using the Arrow Garden to start it because there's 50 cells in an area about this big, so it's hard to label them. And I tried to write them down, but I wasn't, the rows aren't straight. They're zigzaggy, so I just have a lot of maters. That's what I know. So I am so glad to get to talk. I didn't mean to talk for 20 minutes. Oh gosh, I should keep an eye on the time too. I need to leave here about 8 o'clock. And I'm going to be traveling to Big Town, which is Beaver Creek. I'm also going to make a stop at the Dollar Tree, y'all. I've got a couple fall crafts, Halloween crafts I want to stock up some supplies for. So I'm going to take a peruse there because it's a really cool Dollar Tree. It's huge, and they specialize in crafts. So, yeah, that's my exciting plans for today. I mean, normally it's church day, but just the way things felt, today's the day they needed help, so I was happy to go do it. So anybody have anything final to say? Suggestions for videos, y'all. I am going to go wash my jar. So I can't believe I showed that. All right, hearing none. Thanks for your time. I always enjoy visiting with you all. And stay cool, stay hydrated, keep putting everything you can like y'all are doing. Sounds like a nice trip out. Yes, Jane, I would really like to go to Hobby Lobby, but that's always disaster for me because I just spend too much money. So not gonna do that. And I'm happy to report, I'll share this little tidbit. Y'all, I just really have a wonderful day. You too, Christy. I really feel for people who are not savvy on reading a contract, understanding what your obligations are. So I was actually billed by my mom's facility for way too much money, and told that because my mom did not give a 30-day notice that I would have to pay 15 days. Well, that's not what the contract says. It says 14 days, so get yourself straight. And there's actually a death clause in there that says because you can't give notice when you die. It was the way they presented it. It really upset me. And this was like the day before Mom's funeral, and I was ready to throttle them because I was trying to get everything out by the end of the month. But anyway, I get the bill after I paid the bill. No problem staying cool in England. It's just keeping track. Yeah. And they're trying to bill me another $2,300. So I waited a day, part of a day, till I calmed down, and I said, y'all need to read the contract. It's under 13D on page such and such, and you need to adjust it. Well, that's corporate's policy. And I said, no, it's not, and I will pursue it because we have a legal and binding contract. So yesterday, I didn't pay the $2,300, needless to say. Yesterday, I got a refund check for $1,000. And, I mean, I'm not glorifying in the money. It's not that. I just don't want to spend it all at Hobby Lobby. But I started thinking about all the people who are overwhelmed at the time of loss of a parent or a spouse who are just like, let me just write the check, and they don't pursue it. And I've always handled my mom's money like I would mine, and I would pursue it just like I would for me. So that I can check off the list. Still waiting on a refund from the funeral home. And then I think I can tie up the financial estate and distribute some money and be done with it. And that will be somewhat of a relief. All right, guys, I'm talking too long. I will see you all on Tuesday. Chow chow coming. And guys, you don't want to miss it. It is so good. And if you've got a lot of extra garden produce, it's a great way to use it up. I canned 1 pint and then everything else in jelly jars, so you don't have to can it in big quantities, but I will share the recipe. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Take care. Happy Sunday.